What's up, y'all? It's your girl J Renee with Prison Riot Radio. I hope that you are doing well. This afternoon, I'm back on the phone with the brother named Jarreau, okay, also known as RUK. We're gonna pick up where we left off, and we're gonna jump right into it. Hey, bro, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Thanks for swinging back and coming, to record with me and letting everybody, finish hearing your story. I appreciate it.
I appreciate the opportunity, though.
All right, most definitely. So the last time we were talking, we ended on, just how it was just mind-boggling that one could expect for it to continue to get beaten down, nothing really arrived from it. You know what I mean? I think the last thing you said, you was like, we get beat down by them, and then we have to go back to them and ask them for help. Who are you to me? You know what I mean? I thought that was very profound. So let's talk about the uprising that happened the morning of
SCI, Phoenix State Correctional Institution. This call is subject to recording and monitoring.
So, the morning of February 1st, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So, tell me, so let's start from there. So, how was the morning that morning? Like, what was going on?
I mean, for some of us, it was a morning of question. Like, I don't even know if question is really the right word, but it's like, you got a perception of divide and what's supposed to happen, just the protest aspect of it, and then it's the vibe of how many brothers is really going to stand for what they supposed to stand for.
Right.
Sometimes you step out into a situation and you really don't know. We can say whatever we want to say to each other, but you really don't know that when you finally step out and you step into that line and then those people show up, how many people is going to retreat, how many people is just going to stand that line. So you have those thoughts. It was quiet because the whole building knew that something was supposed to happen, just didn't know what. And so that was the vibe, just that quiet, eerie, is this going to be as impactful as it should be, or am I just going to end up locked down in a hole for just taking a stance, whether a peace or a peaceful stance or whatever stance.
Right. And I want the listeners to be mindful of how that you're speaking about this, because when it came across on the news, of course, it was like, it made it seem like everything was just so great at this facility and everything going smooth, and then just some crazy criminals just went crazy and decided to, run amok. And listening to how you're speaking about it, it sounds like the complete opposite. So from your perspective, can you explain to me how things started to unfold that day and why? Like, what made it finally come to a head?
I think what made it finally come to a head is you can't keep telling somebody, you can't keep doing whatever you want to do to an individual. You can't just keep taking everything, and having an individual feel as though they're worth nothing. And then when they tell you that they feel like you're making them feel like they're worth nothing, your position on that is, so what? So it came to a head where it was, I'm tired of asking you. I'm tired of making you feel like you're my superior. I'm tired of making you feel like I have to beg you for something. I'm tired of making you feel like, I'm tired of giving you the credibility that you're looking for. When you look in my eyes and you look at me, you're looking at me to see if I see you as somebody that means more than me. And it just came a point where in a lot of individuals' hearts, where it was like, not just for me, but for those that's coming behind us, to understand that you don't always have to just keep asking these people. You got to let these people know that I'm not going to keep begging you for mercy. I'm not going to keep begging you to treat me like a human being. I'm going to take my humanity however I feel as though I got to take it, because I have a human right to do that.
Right.
And I think that's what it was. It wasn't savagery involved. It was you push to a point where you have no choice but to push back.
Yeah, it's a self-preservation thing. Anything else would be insane. Like, not many people just lay down and take it, nor should a person, do that, So what
I even
made
they
you
expect us to.
say that again, bro?
It was just it's crazy that they think that we just naturally they expect us to though. Like that's expected of us to just lay down.
Yeah, and I think people also got to take into perspective that there was no change to come, because who was going to change it? Because they weren't, the ones that are supposed to be in charge, that's supposed to do the right thing, wasn't. So it gets to a question of like, so what are we supposed to do now, type of thing. I feel like, would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had nobody to. I know for me and the people that we talked to, you had nobody to turn to. We had nobody to turn to but ourselves. And then even in that context, it's like they have you questioning even the people that you feel as though you want to turn to, even the people that's locked down and suffering with you. You had nobody to turn to but yourself.
Yeah, something that's definitely purposeful. So, moments before everything went off, what was going through your mind?
I hope it's worth it. Because I knew what was going to come after. Like, I knew that technically certain individuals, especially me, I knew me and certain other individuals, no matter what the outcome was that day, that we was going to be locked down and held responsible for it. And I knew that I wasn't necessarily going to be the individual that benefited from what happened. I knew the change wasn't going to be a change for me. I knew it was. I was hoping, and we was hoping that whatever we suffered through after the change or after whatever happened had to happen, that those that came behind us was going to benefit from that. But you never know, right? So knowing that, damn, I'm ready to go wherever I need to go, to hope, and with hope that something is better for somebody that's coming behind me. But I might just end up locked down I might end up dead. That was the reality of it.
Yeah.
For a lot of us, the reality of it was we didn't know if we was going to live through that night. We knew that they could come through that door at any given moment and turn it into an Attica situation. And if they did, was the people, once we was gone or whatever happened to us, was the people that was going to come after that still going to be able to benefit for whatever we had to sacrifice that day.
Right.
Or whatever we sacrificed that day.
So that
was pretty much what's in my mind.
Yeah, that goes to show that it wasn't like an individual, like you was thinking about other people. You know what I mean? And that is a trait that many people don't have, is to think about somebody else's benefit, and to put themselves in a position to be harmed or hurt for that takes a certain type of heart. You feel me? Everybody don't have that. So I'm gonna ask you this: what made you want to be so selfless to say, you know what, I'm gonna stand up, and if I die from it, I die? Like, what made you say, I'm gonna do this that's gonna might take away from me but to help others? Like, why?
I mean, they took everything from me, right? And I came in this motherfucker at 19 years old. They took everything from me. I didn't get to see my child raised. I didn't get to see my child born. She barely knew me. We barely have any connection. My close family members, the people that I hold the closest to me, ended up spiraling out of control, and a lot of that they blame on me not being there. Family members died. My second mom, which was like my aunt, my mom died when I was 13, so my aunt, that was like my second mom, she died. They held me down and locked down in solitary confinement so that even when she was dying and wanted to have physical contact visits with me, I couldn't have that. So it was like,
you have 1 minute left.
You stripped and took everything from me, and you was going to do it to somebody else. And you was going to do it to somebody else after that.
Yeah. Like,
the fuck am I supposed to? I'm just supposed to, let you do what you did to me to somebody else. And they looking at me saying, damn, big homie, what I'm supposed supposed to do? Like, what we supposed to do? What we going? We not gonna sit here and just be alright with this shit. And you know, I never want to make it seem like I gave up because I wasn't ready. I didn't give up. That mind frame wasn't me giving up. That mind frame was just, it was a reality. Y'all took everything from me, and y'all was gonna leave me buried inside this casket for the rest of my life after y'all took everything from me. And that wasn't going. I couldn't be alright with